Coming up on Philadelphia Eagles now, could the Birds trade for Broncos cornerback Patrick Surtain after making a certain hire to their defensive coaching staff under new defensive coordinator Vic Fangio? And we have some more buzz from the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas as we're coming at you from Super Bowl Radio Row on Jason Kelce returning, considering everything that his brother Travis Kelce has been saying about Jason still having good football left in the tank, and I'm going to pass along what I'm hearing on the Jason Kelce front as well. This is why you subscribe to the show. We're closing in on 72,000 subscribers, and if you want entertaining, insightful, informative coverage on the Eagles every single day year-round, even from Las Vegas, lock us in and hit that sub button. So let's get to Patrick Surtain. Over the last year and a half, we've talked about him a couple of times here on the show. He is one of the top young cornerbacks in the NFL. The Eagles obviously have a massive need at that defensive back position, and the Eagles have shown some previous interest in trading for Surtain. And the Eagles' new defensive backs coach and the hiring of him in Christian Parker has led to a lot of rumors in the potential possibility of Surtain being the apple of the eye for general manager Howie Roseman. So Dan Graziano, ESPN NFL insider, breaking this news yesterday on Monday. Source says Broncos defensive backs coach Christian Parker is expected to leave Denver to take a position on the Eagles defensive coaching staff. And with that, people are like, okay, hold up. He has that relationship with Surtain. Surtain could be on the trade block, because the Broncos could look to move on as they look to rebuild, and the Eagles have that massive need at corner. As for Parker's coaching experience, he comes to Philadelphia with the wealth of it. 2013, 2014, Virginia State defensive backs coach, and then he goes to Norfolk State, where he's defensive backs coach there, 2015, 2016. In 2017, makes the switch to Notre Dame to become a defensive analyst as he goes to a major program in college football, and then he continues his ascent in 2018, Texas A&M defensive analyst. He becomes the Packers defensive assistant in 2019-2020, and then he spent the last 3 years with the Denver Broncos as the defensive backs coach from 2021 to 2023. He did coach under Vic Fangio when Fangio was the head coach in the Mile High City, helped develop Patrick Surtain as well as Justin Simmons, very good safety, into all-pro players, and Denver ranked 8th, 12th, and 23rd in pass defense during his 3 seasons with the Broncos. So you think about that background, you think about the relationship with Surtain, the Eagles' need for him, and that's why some of these trade rumors have started to circulate. You think back to the trade deadline here just a couple of months ago. According to Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, the Eagles showed interest in Surtain, wanted to trade for him, but the asking price was too high. Has that asking price gone down, or are the Eagles now willing to meet that asking price? Coming up next, could Surtain follow Parker to Philadelphia? He would certainly be a terrific player under Vic Fangio, who also has familiarity with Patrick Surtain. Stay tuned for that. But first, today's sponsor is Game Time. If you're looking for last-minute tickets, Game Time can get you hooked up. If you're looking to make the trip to Las Vegas, first of all, let me know so that we can link up and take down a drink. But they're running a $100 off big game promo if you use the code Vegas100. What I love about the Game Time app is that prices drop as the event gets closer. And again, if you use and redeem that code Vegas100, you want to go to the big game between the Niners and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's going to be a good matchup between two hot and very, very talented teams. $100 off using that code Vegas100. Philadelphia 76ers. They could look to wheel and deal going into Thursday's NBA trade deadline. You can also get some Sixers tickets on the Game Time app. But if you're not a big sports person, first of all, I question why you're watching the show, but I appreciate you. You don't have to just go to a sporting event. Concerts, comedy shows, theater events. We're here in Las Vegas all week covering the Super Bowl. There are Blue Man Group promos running everywhere. You want to go to Blue Man Group, you can do that as well. And if you use the code EaglesChat for first-time users, $20 off using that code. We're going to put all of this information available for you because we care about you down in the comments section as well as in the description of this video. Game Time, making today's Philadelphia Eagles now possible. All right. So we talk about Surtain coming to Philadelphia. This would be a blockbuster trade. We did a video on this last week. Could the Eagles actually trade for him? What he does give this Philadelphia defense, something that they desperately need, right? A top shutdown corner who was still very young, still ascending, and I think that he can only continue to get better. 23 years old. He has the combination of traits that you really want in an outside corner who can stick and shut down some of the top wide receivers in the National Football League: size, speed, athleticism. 2 more years on his rookie deal, too, if you exercise that fifth-year option, so he'd be under team control, and he can be a member of this defense, and hopefully a defense that improves under Fangio's tutelage. And the path to really bringing him in would, first of all, being a trade. It would most likely require a first-round pick. Philadelphia has that, but they also have a lot of other good draft capital in the chamber for them to deal away. But if you're going to trade for Patrick Surtain, yeah, you could exercise that fifth-year option, right? But you complete that trade, and then you sign him to a contract extension, because it doesn't make sense to give all of that up, right? And then have Surtain walk and not sign him to that long-term deal. And I think that he's worthy of that long-term contract. Career stats up to this point: 36 games played, 128 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 27 pass breakups, and 6 interceptions. And his career in coverage, also very, very good. A completion percentage when targeted, and he's been targeted a lot because he's guarding some top-tier, upper-echelon wide receivers, 58.7. 8 touchdowns surrendered in those 36 games played. I think that number could be a little bit better. And then the quarterback rating at 79.7. So with that, let's ask you this. What are Eagles fans thinking? Would you trade for Patrick Surtain? Give me a T for trade or a P for pass. We want to hear from the Bird Gang down below in the comment section. Now, we're only getting started here on today's Eagles Now. What is the latest on Jason Kelce? Everything that I've been hearing in Las Vegas and all of the signs right now point to Jason Kelce running it back for a 14th season. And Travis Kelce, in all of the media interviews that he's done in the first 2 days from Las Vegas, by the way, you know what's crazy is how the superstardom of Travis Kelce has really skyrocketed. Like, I was at the Super Bowl last year, and there were large media scrums around Travis Kelce. He starts dating Taylor Swift. There were more media members around Travis Kelce today and yesterday than Patrick Mahomes. It's wild. But as far as what we care about here on the show, not Taylor Swift, not really Travis Kelce and his play during Sunday's game, but it's what he said about his brother Jason Kelce. He's made multiple references pointing to the fact that Kelce still has good football left in him. And Travis thinks that Jason is going to come back. I overheard Travis talking today, and he said, do I think that Jason Kelce is going to play week 1 in Brazil for the Philadelphia Eagles? Yes, I do. Here's another transcribed quote from Travis. Do you think that Jason plays in week 1 for Philadelphia? Travis, I think so. I don't know. I'm not a betting man, but I think he's got some good football left in him if he wants it. Other than that, he also said, yes, I do believe. And he said this multiple times. That's why I'm saying it multiple times. I think that my brother, Jason Kelce, is going to be on the field in the Midnight Green in week 1. And for Kelce, it all comes down to body management, body maintenance. Can he play? And is he comfortable playing again for a 14th season? Guy's been in the league for a really, really long time, playing that center position, especially with the brotherly shove, the physicality of playing center. You're mashing heads on every single play. And he's dealt with some injuries, even though he's been a very durable player. But does he feel as though he can hold up? And does he want to put his body through the rigors of another NFL season? Because I do think Philadelphia can be a Super Bowl contender in 2024. They're 8th in Super Bowl odds right now. Took a look at that at a sports book here in Las Vegas this week. And the sour taste of how the Eagles season ended, does Kelce want that to be how he goes out? Very competitive dude, very passionate about football, and he's even said, yeah, I still think that I can play at a high level. He was the first-team All-Pro in year 13. Overall Pro Football Focus grade of 80.7, pass blocking grade of 72.6, run blocking grade of 86.2, only 6 penalties called against him this year, only 1 sack given up, 1 hit allowed on quarterback Jalen Hurts, 12 pressures allowed, and this came on a large sample size of more than 1,100 snaps. Now, if he does call it a career, it's a Hall of Fame career. It's an Eagles Hall of Fame career. He's going to have that brown jacket in Canton. I think that he should have his number retired, number 62 up in the rafters. I think that in the Mummers gear, there should be a statue of him outside of Lincoln Financial Field. First of all, legendary player, legendary speech, and the outfit memorialized with a statue, that'd be terrific. 6th-round pick in 2011. We're talking about one of the greatest Eagles of all time, 13 seasons with the Birds, Super Bowl 52 champion, 7 Pro Bowls to his name, and a 6-time first-team All-Pro, including in 2023 when he continues to be the best center in the game. Again, this comes down to how his body is feeling. It doesn't come down to the play. It's not like he aged overnight like James Bradbury, who we otherwise know on the program as James Burntberry. Where will Jason Kelce, play for the Eagles in 2024? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon, like the video if you like the Eagles, and as you venture down to the comment section, make sure you subscribe to the show for daily content on the EAGLES Eagles. Peace.